Let's talk Iris and Romeo. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you the new Iris and Romeo available at Sephora. They have a foundation that is a hybrid skincare SPF, and then they have a concealer with serum ingredients, best skin days. It is called Treatment Concealer. All right. Welcome if you're new. I am Rebecca. I love to review makeup. I love to play with it. I love something affordable, but I also love something that is going to fulfill a need that I have as a woman over 50 with sagging skin and a busy lifestyle who is concerned about sun protection and skincare. So it was very nice when Iris and Romeo reached out to me. I was kind of shocked because it was one of those things where I was like, is this an algorithm? Did they see that I was looking at their stuff on Sephora? Who knows, right? Yeah, so they were very kind to reach out to me and send me these two products, and I thought I would share with you what I thought and how they worked for me, and if they are something you think you want to, that could work for you. As you may know, I have, you can see my skin. It's pale, it's thin. I'm dry typically, and I do have a sensitive, I've been diagnosed with rosacea. I have triggers that I avoid in my skincare and beauty products. Be assured that if my skin barrier happens to be compromised that day, that a product, an ingredient is not going to cause a flare, because I think sensitivity and reactions are kind of a domino effect, and it doesn't necessarily have to be one thing, or one bad thing might not have a problem at all. And I say bad thing as I should say trigger. One trigger may not have an issue, but I think sometimes it can be a perfect chain of events that create a reaction. So with that said, I have been using this foundation for this week, and I have had no reaction. I am only using my regular skincare, nothing new. I didn't test any new skincare while I was testing this, so that I could really isolate which product was doing what for me. I'm gonna do a application for you. I'm gonna wear this all day. It's funny, Wednesdays I have a meeting with a guild I am involved in, and it's we are a fundraiser for Children's Hospital here, and it's just so funny because I get these busy Wednesdays and then I'm not home till like 9 or 10 at night. I've had a whole day of helping my mom, errands, meeting with women, socializing, drinking wine, etc. And then here I am with my face. So it'll be interesting. I think these are good tests of foundation. I also sit in these meetings very distracted as I'm the secretary. So I'm taking notes, but I'm also thinking, what does my face look like right now? How is the makeup doing? All right, so I have shade 3, and I'm gonna just give you a quick blurb. I know some of you are just gonna skip ahead to the application. Go for it. I don't blame you. All right. However, for those who are interested, this contains a non-nano mineral zinc oxide, SPF 30, and it has coconut alkanes. There's of course water, there's dimethicone, which we love dimethicone because it just creates such a nice barrier. There is sunflower seed oil, jojoba, rice bran, esters. There's an apple fruit extract, Rosa damascena flower, water. So I also noticed here Rosa damascena flower extract. There is also Rosa damascena flower oil. So for me, sometimes those are my little triggers, and you do smell it just a hint, just a hint. But other than that, there is no fragrance added. There is soybean oil, shea nut extract, coconut liquid, endosperm. Interesting. Tapioca starch for probably thickness. So it has the vitamin C, the rose extract they claim are a serum strength concentrate to help support firmness, elasticity, and collagen. And of course, they contain hyaluronate, which is helpful to retain water. It is considered a whipped tinted moisturizer. I said foundation. I think it's kind of whatever you want it to be. So here it is. It is in a glass jar. Here we are. You get a 1.2 ounce. I think it's $48, and it is online only. Like I said, shade 3. You can see the whipped texture. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I am actually wearing sunscreen just because it is my habit to apply sunscreen with my skincare. I don't leave my bathroom applying my skincare ingredients. I mean, it's second nature. I am going to apply it with my fingers on my left side, and then I'm going to use a foundation brush on the right side so you can see if there's any difference and if it's worth the effort. Okay, so here we go. I love how thick it is. I love how it feels. You can, it's just like Moisture City. This shade is a nice neutral. It's definitely my winter shade. I feel like it cancels all the redness and the discoloration. It doesn't look chalky or anything like that. So I'm just doing that one little dab, and I am applying it as much as I can. I'm not really aggressively rubbing it in. I'm just kind of blending it to spread it, and there you go. I want to make a point that I think is important. If you are using tinted moisturizer in just small areas as a kind of complexion perfector, please use sunscreen as well, because your makeup isn't your sun protection typically. Often you have to apply a lot of sunscreen to get the full protection. Winter months, a little bit different. Spending your days inside most of the time, totally understand, probably fine. But as we get into the spring and summer months, please keep that in mind. Just don't rely on your makeup for your sun protection, because you really want to just get that full frosted layer of sun protection, and then go in with the pretty ornamentals. Okay? If you want to use this like one and done, I totally get that. Just make sure you are applying enough and you are including all areas of your face. So now I am going to take my BK Beauty. I'm actually going to take this smaller brush. This is the 109. This is kind of the baby foundation. And I'm going to take some just on my finger, kind of like, when you frost a cake, and I always use cake frosting. I think we have this cake obsession in the cosmetic world. We're like, we don't want cake face, but we like to apply our products like we're frosting a cake. I mean, I don't know. All right, so I am just using this brush to apply, and I feel like if you aren't a fingers person, like you don't like to put things on with your fingers, I think a foundation brush is totally worth the effort, because it applies quickly, and I don't think it changes the coverage, what it looks like. I'm gonna give you a close-up. And as buzzwords go, it's very skin-like, I mean, it doesn't look like makeup. It looks like, if you didn't see my face before I applied this, I think you would just think. As I was saying, so this is interesting. My camera died. My actual big Canon blah, blah, blah I've had for years. It was actually a refurbished camera when I bought it. So I have to look into either getting it repaired or maybe I buy another refurbished one. Maybe I do some Patreon, some crowdfunding. I was saving my money for Europe, not a new camera. Okay, so anyway, I was talking about, also, I just want to say a disclaimer. I don't have any filters right now. I'm using my phone, and I actually have the HDR turned off as well in settings, but I always feel like it somehow gives me this, you know, like luminous, somewhat, I just feel like it enhances my skin tone automatically, and I think that's an iPhone thing, and it really kind of irritates me. So just letting you know that. But I really want to finish this review, and I want to show you the concealer. Okay, so the foundation, the Tinted moisturizer, the way it is right now, it feels very comfortable. It doesn't oxidize, and it has not settled in any crevices or pores. I don't think it does a lot of, like, to me, it doesn't have, like, right now on camera, I feel like I look just blurred out. But in real life, I feel like my face looks very much my face. I can see my pores. I can see some redness coming through, but it looks very nice. Looks like really healthy skin. So let's talk about the concealer. This is also a treatment concealer, and it is, I really like the packaging of the concealer. It is in a glass tube. It's a doe foot, but it's sort of a smaller, thinner, more precise doe foot. And I have shade 2. Yeah, I think I went shade 2 in this one. The claims of this are vitamin C, and it is supposed to be for brightening. There's a ton of oil, you know, like sunflower oil, olive oil, those kinds of oil ingredients that are moisturizing and skincare. Claims to be medium coverage, and of course you can use this anywhere. I'm definitely going to put it right here. I have not done any kind of color corrector, so I just want you to see what the product looks like on its own. I think what I'm going to do, instead of using my Angie Hot and Flashy, I'm going to use another. This is the 113, and I really appreciate this product. I love this brush for lots of things, for powder and liquids. So I think I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to apply this concealer, focusing on the inner corner where I am clearly more gray and blue, dark circles. I definitely, if I wasn't showing you this product as a demonstration, I would totally use my Jones Road neutralizer pencil first. I think that would be a really great combination, actually, just the two of these guys. And I also want to explain, I understand that getting these in PR is such a privilege. Like, I'm always so excited to get products in PR. And I really do think that it's not only, it's the nature of the job, and it's also, it feels like this kind of bonus, but at the same time, it allows me to do my job. And I don't necessarily have the finances, as we just mentioned. I'm already figuring out how to buy a new camera. A low end, by the way, not these $1,200, $2,000 cameras are so, when you see these bigger channels, they have thousands of dollars on equipment. Even smaller channels, but their videos look amazing. They got some good camera. I don't, but it's okay. All right, so I'm just saying, I understand budgets, price point, but my job is not to determine your budget. My job is to try a product, demonstrate it, show you, give you my opinion, and then you decide if it's for you. Let me be quiet about that, and let's talk about this concealer, you guys. Holy smokes. Do you see how flawless that is? I mean, it looks good. It looks good. I'm going to put a little bit around my nose. And I am going to put a little bit right here, kind of right here. That's definitely my little we are. All right. My nose, I know it's red. I know. It looks like I haven't applied, but I have. I think I might just put some right here. Okay, let's talk about the concealer and what makes it great. Concealer has a beautiful texture. It is hydrating. It has medium to full coverage, like it says medium coverage, but I think this is quite good coverage. And it blends well. It is not settling. It's not too thick. It's not too shiny, not too luminous. So the two combined are an excellent, like that is an excellent combination, right? Okay, let me put on my eye makeup and then I'm gonna come back and maybe do a little bit of powder, a little bit of bronzer, and we can play with that. So to be in the spirit of talc-free and simple, I did put some Makeup Revolution IRL powder on, just a very soft dusting. I didn't even hardly dust it on my under eye area, so over the concealer, but it is it's just a nice application. I think I would go up a shade in the Tinted Moisture. They sent me shade 3, and I think it looks pretty good right here, but the reflections I'm catching of myself in natural light, I feel like I look a little too pale, but it's still a really, really pretty finish. Let me put on some e.l.f. blush. I've got my camo blush in the little peach guy. I think that'll look good together. Very, very sort of sweet and soft. Yeah, that's a nice combination. Actually think I'm going to go over that with the Milani Bronze Cream. I kind of feel like this is a bit of a powder cream hybrid. So I really like to just go over places to bronze up my skin, even if I've powdered, or even sometimes kind of use it like a powder. It's very pretty. And I think that's a nice combination with the e.l.f. blush. I think I'm just wearing a NYX liner. Let me put on some lippy. What should I put for my lippy? I think I'm gonna use ColourPop and Skinny Dip. And yeah. Okay, so all in all, quite nice. And what I'm gonna do is give you this is about as close as I can get on my phone. I think it looks really good. It feels nice. Concealer looks good. I'm not really, I'm kind of creasing, but also that's sort of that's my eye pencil. I did my tight line with a Makeup Revolution pencil, and I kind of like it, but it does transfer a little bit. Okay, well, I will see you in a very long time. It'll be a good 8 hours from now. Here is natural light from my window. Window light. I like it. Well, hello. It is 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. And look at me. Radiant as ever. Oh, hi, Pluto. Oh my God. Sorry. Apologies in advance if he shows you his cat butt. Anywho, hey, so real quick check-in. I think the concealer is looking pretty great. I'm feeling happy with what I see. And because it isn't a full coverage foundation, this doesn't have something promised like, oh, long wear or, you know, all that stuff, 24-hour full coverage. Like, it is a tinted moisture with sunscreen and skincare properties. And honestly, I feel like that's what I've got. My skin still looks pretty great. And yeah, like, I'm very pleased. And I think that the concealer is really nice. I mean, folks, there's no creasing. There's like this is pretty great. So Iris and Romeo, pretty great. So if this is something you've been interested in, you've been wondering about it, you've been looking at it, I am really happy with this concept and with this product, and it has not bothered my skin at all, and I am really loving it. So cheers to that. I will list everything in the description box, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Please subscribe to my channel if this is something that appeals to you and you're a gal like me who loves makeup, maybe even over 50, you know, that's everything. So thank you again, and I will see you next time. Bye.